Drop me in at 8.5 minutes.
It's time now for some local high school sports action. Today's coverage is not possible without our great sponsors.
Welcome in, everybody. It is Thursday night here in Pine River, and I'm at Pine River-Backus High School right now, getting set for some playoff basketball here between the Pine River-Backus Tigers girls basketball team and the Long Prairie-Grey Eagles Thunder, which are on the road here tonight to see who can make it to one more basketball game after this. I'm getting a little bit of a later start than I wanted to here, but that is okay. It's mostly my fault anyways. We got about 8 minutes till tip-off here. Very excited for the game ahead of us. Yeah, let's get into it. So it's been a while since I watched the Tigers girls basketball team play, but I can tell you from experience that they have lethal shooters on the offensive end. Defensively, Kaylee Johnson, I think, is probably the best on that end of the court. But in terms of scoring baskets, every member of this team, every part of that starting lineup is equally as efficient at putting the ball in the basket, scoring points. And just as a team, they play aggressive defense. You know, they're not afraid to draw a foul trying to make a play, which of course can get them in trouble sometimes with certain refs, but for the most part, that kind of physical defense really helps them out throughout the course of the game. Now, a big shout out real quick before I go any further to Station 371 for sponsoring this pregame show. Restock on food, fuel, and bait at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle quality Cenex gasoline and is the only area fuel station with kerosene and off-road diesel. Station 371 in Pine River. Thank you to them for providing me the opportunity to be here tonight. Now we're going to run through our starting lineups here real quick. Got those for both squads here. Now, the Tigers have been running a pretty consistent starting lineup all season, and that, of course, is going to be number 2, Leah Evelyn, number 12, Kaylee Johnson, number 13, Ella Brewer, number 22, Sawyer Tulenchek, and number 23, Mimi Bukers. I haven't had the pleasure of seeing Long Prairie-Grey Eagle play at all, but the Thunder tonight are bringing out number 3, Addison Young, number 12, Isabel Otremba, number 15, Brianna Lux, number 22, Brooklyn Lux, and number 25, Madeline Weerspan. Those are your starting lineups for us here tonight. Got about 5.5 minutes left to go here till the national anthem and tip-off, but we got plenty more to get to before that. I was already talking a little bit about how this Tigers game has got a variety of ways to score the ball. So let's get into a little bit of a comparison. Let's see what these teams might bring out against each other here tonight. We're going to start with the home team. The Tigers are coming into tonight's playoff game 15-11. Very solid record, although towards the end of the season they hit a rough patch that they weren't able to overcome until only about a week ago. Stepping on my headphone cord. But yeah, they lost 5 of their last 7 games, all in a row too. They won the last 2 games of the season, kind of right the ship before they head into the playoffs, hopefully. But they definitely were struggling a little bit towards the end of the season, which was uncharacteristic for them. You know, they're 15-11, and you're telling me 5 of those losses came in the last 7 games. So they were 13-6. That's a pretty good record. That looks like a pretty good basketball team if you ask me. Just a rough patch to end the season, and hopefully for their sake they have righted the ship and are ready to go here tonight. The Long Prairie-Grey Eagle is 8-17. They're 4-11 in the section. They've struggled against teams that can score a lot against them. And of course, you know, the old adage goes, the best way to win is to score more points than the other team, of course. But stopping the other team from scoring those points is a crucial part of basketball. And Long Prairie-Grey Eagle has struggled at that at points this season, as have the Tigers, I should add. But overall, these are two talented teams that I am looking forward to seeing play here tonight. Got about 3 minutes left till tip-off. There's one more thing I wanted to mention, but it's slipping my mind right now. We'll do the word for the Minnesota State High School League for Bank.
When the Minnesota State High School League was first established in 1916, the organizers envisioned a statewide program of education-based interscholastic activities with uniform rules that are fair and equitable for those involved. That vision became a reality and has remained so for more than 100 years with the help and support of the more than 500 member schools that the league serves and the more than 300,000 students who annually participate in athletic and fine arts activities. Thank you from the Minnesota State High School League.
And we are back. Thank you for that word from the Minnesota State High School League. It, you know, I like to take account of the themes that happen for each sports night here in high school sports. Tonight it looks like hoodlum theme, gangster themed maybe. I don't know. But I'm seeing some of those boys from the boys basketball team I got to see get a big win here on Tuesday, and let me just say, they look goofy, quite goofy. But all in the spirit of supporting the team, so all about that. Now the girls are just about finished up warming up here. Minute and a half or so to go till the national anthem. We are going to cut to a break here real quick, but we'll be back in no time, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the start of this game after this.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools offers a variety of community education programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
Save on your groceries and gas.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Shrub Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrub Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrub Excavating will have your project done right and on time. Serving Pine River-Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrub Excavating LLC. Online at shrubexcavating.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
And welcome back, everybody. We've got 18 minutes on the clock here in the stadium. They are announcing those starting lineups that I just read to us a minute ago. Run through those again really quick, just in case anybody wasn't here listening quite yet. For the Pine River-Backus Tigers, we've got number 2, Leah Eveland. Number 12, Kaylee Johnson. Number 13, Ella Brewer. Number 22, Sawyer Tulinchek. And number 23, Mimi Bukers. For the Long Prairie-Grey Eagle Thunder, we will have number 3, Addison Young. Number 12, Isabel Otremba. Number 15, Brianna Lux. Number 22, Brooklyn Lux. And number 25, Madeline Weerspan. Those are your starting lineups for tonight. We will be right out here in just a moment after the Tigers girls finish getting introduced here. Throw in their wristbands and socks or whatever it is that they're throwing out to the kids here in the crowd. Got a pretty full house tonight here. Good energy here for tonight's playoff basketball game. I'm excited to get this one started. A little bit of an early start as opposed to usual. Normally, I don't think the basketball games really get started off here until 7:30-ish, 7:40 sometimes. Very early start here this evening, which you won't catch me complaining about. The later it gets, the colder it gets. Anyways, meeting in the middle here for the tip-off is number 13, Ella Brewer, and number 25, Madeline Weerspan. Weerspan wins the tip. Now with it is Brianna Lux. Lux passes right to Weerspan. Weerspan tries to put it up off the glass. No good, but draws a foul on Kaylee Johnson. Kaylee Johnson in the mask here tonight. I was here a couple weeks ago when she got elbowed in the nose, but glad to see she's back and playing still, as the first free throw misses for Weerspan. And the second one's no good as well, but rebounded by Brooklyn Lux. Otremba takes this one inside, passes right to Weerspan. Weerspan over to Young. Young tries to pass it inside, where it is swatted out of bounds by Bukers. And this one's passed into Otremba. Otremba dumps it off right. Well, actually, I missed a couple steps, but Otremba takes the open three from the right side. No good as the buzzer goes. And Weerspan will lose that one out of bounds here. But it will be tipped out by a Tigers, so Otremba will inbound here. Young has it now in the wing. Passes over to Weerspan, who passes along to Brianna Lux. Lux loses it, trying to recover, can't. Kaylee Johnson's on top of it, and Lux and Johnson are all tangled up. But they're going to give it to Kaylee Johnson and the Tigers. 0-0 right now. And Eveland brings it up the court for the Tigers. Passes over to Bukers. Bukers to Johnson. Eveland has it again on the left wing. Passes to the right wing for Brewer. She lets it fly. A little too deep hit the back rim for Brewer. No good on the three-point attempt. And this one goes to Weerspan on the left. No, that is Brianna Lux. Lux passes it back to Otremba. Otremba up to Young. Young to Brooklyn Lux. And Lux puts that up off the glass and gets the first 2 points on the board for the Long Prairie Eagle Valley, or Long Prairie-Grey Eagle Thunder. Eagle Valley's a different school. And here is Brewer again. Passes to Tulinchek over to Evelyn. Johnson has it on the wing. Passes into Bukers. Bukers passes up to Tulinchek. Dump back to Johnson. Johnson puts up the three off front rim. Rebounded by Lux. Brianna Lux. And Isabel Otremba is struggling to get past the full court press, but does succeed. Young has it, passes into Brooklyn Lux. Lux loses it, stolen by Kaylee Johnson. Johnson passes up to Tulinchek, and there's the first points on the board for the Tigers. Off the assist from Johnson, Tulinchek puts it up off the glass. Bukers swings in for the steal, but swats it out of bounds, couldn't control it. The Thunder will take possession here right around the midcourt line. Young bringing it up the court now. Passes over to Lux, Brianna Lux. Brianna Lux to her sister. And Brooklyn loses it. There's a whistle. See what the call is. Otremba will inbound the ball. And Tulinchek swats this one out of bounds. And Lux takes it down the baseline, puts it up, no good. Bukers and Brooklyn Lux fight over the rebound. It goes out of bounds. No winner. 13 seconds on the shot clock here. Otremba will inbound the ball again for the Thunder. And Otremba puts in the short pass here to Lux, who can't get the basket to fall. Bukers gets the rebound, and Bukers finishes it off on the other side as well. What a play from Mimi Bukers, going the length of the court, and there is a travel on Otremba. So a turnover here around midcourt. Tulinchek will inbound. And here's Brewer taking it inside. Drops off to Bukers. Bukers loses it out of bounds. They will say that is Thunder ball. No, they will say that it's Tigers ball. Tigers maintain possession. And this one's inbounded to Tulinchek. Tulinchek over to Johnson. Johnson looking for somewhere to go with it. Finds Brewer. Brewer back to Johnson. Back to Evelyn. Evelyn passes inside to Bukers. Bukers trying to make a move. Has it stolen by Brooklyn Lux, but there's a whistle. And the whistle is going to be on Bukers. So Bukers has a foul now. 2 fouls, actually. Bukers racking up them points. And this one's stolen by Kaylee Johnson. In traffic, passes to Bukers. Bukers over to Tulinchek. Tulinchek to Brewer. And a well-oiled machine this Pine River-Backus Tigers offense is. And here comes the Thunder. That's swatted out of bounds by Johnson. The Thunder will take it over here at midcourt. Otremba will inbound. As soon as Brooklyn Lux finishes getting taped up here. And Lux is back out on the court, ready to go. Here comes the inbound from Otremba. Otremba to Young. Young passes it back to Otremba. Otremba to Lux. Lux drops the ball and trips on it. Stolen by Bukers. Bukers tries to float it up for Brewer, but Brewer cannot contain the ball, and that will bounce out of bounds. So the Thunder will get the ball back here. It is 6-2. We're about 14 and a half minutes left here in the first half. out of 18. Young has it at the logo and is fouled, I believe, by Evelyn, but it could be Johnson or Tulinchek as well. Maybe, actually, the foul was, I think, not crossing the midcourt line in time. So it's a turnover, and the Tigers have the ball. Johnson tries to pass it inside to Buchers. Buchers wasn't ready for it. Stolen by Madeline Weerspan. Otremba has it now. Gives it to Brianna Lux. Brianna Lux fighting with Tulinchek over the ball. And the whistle is blown. Play's called dead. The Thunder will maintain possession. Young passes it up to Otremba. 30 seconds on the shot clock, and Otremba runs out of bounds on the left boundary. So that'll be a turnover. The Tigers have it again. 14 minutes on the clock. Still 6-2 Tigers lead. Evelyn crossing midcourt now. Passes back to Johnson. Johnson back to Evelyn. And here is a whistle. Inbounded to Brianna Lux. Lux gives it back to Otremba, who loses it momentarily, but is able to get it back to Lux. Lux bringing it up the court. Got past the midcourt line. No called travel. Otremba has it. Passes to the corner for Weerspan. Weerspan lets the three fly. No good. Rebounded by Kaylee Johnson. The defense. And stolen by Weerspan. An athletic interception on the pass there. Timeout is called, I think, by the Thunder. We'll cut to a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
Economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
And we are back here in Pine River as the girls basketball squads are going to war here on this Pine River-Backus basketball court. Currently the Tigers lead 6-2 and are fighting as hard as they can against this Thunder squad. That one is up and off the glass for Weerspan. She's unable to get the basket, and there is a whistle here. Waiting to see what that is. The Tigers will take over possession. Johnson passes into Evelyn. Evelyn bringing it up past the logo. Tulinchek to Johnson now. Brewer driving into the paint. Puts it up off the glass, but no good. Bad bounce off the rim. Rebounded by Brooklyn Lux. And Johnson has the steal on the far side of the court. That's her third or fourth tonight already. Passes to Evelyn. Evelyn cross court here to Brewer. Brewer trying to cut. Loses the ball. Stolen by Young. Lux to Young. Young taking it across midcourt. Passes over to Brooklyn Lux. Otremba to Madeline Weerspan. And into the paint here to Brooklyn Lux. She cannot get the basket to fall. That's Brewer on the rebound. And substitutions coming in for both teams. Ariana Burns is on the court for the Tigers. Actually, it'll be the same lineup here for the Thunder. Ella Brewer lets the three fly. No good. Bounce left. Otremba gets the rebound. And now Brianna Lux is bringing it up the court and loses it out of bounds. The home section is having a little bit of fun. It's been 2 times now that the Thunder players have lost the ball out of bounds right in front of the fan section. A little bit extra demoralizing when it happens like that. Johnson passes inside to Ariana Burns. Ariana Burns is called on a shove, I think. But the Tigers will maintain possession. We'll just redo play. 26 seconds on the shot clock. Floated up to Tulinchek. Tulinchek back to Evelyn. Evelyn sets her feet and fires. Just like a scratch too deep. Johnson regains the ball. Dumps it out to Evelyn. Tulinchek has it. Finds Brewer on the outside. Brewer lets the 3 fly. And she doesn't miss another one. And Tulinchek gets the steal. Evelyn puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Johnson again. And it'll be a rip, I think, on the Thunder. No. I don't know. That's a hand sign I haven't seen before. But the Thunder look to be taking possession here. Kaylee Johnson's coming out for Aaliyah Lewis. Young has it stolen immediately by Brewer. Brewer puts it in off the easy steal, and it is just like that, 11-2. Another timeout is called here, so we will cut to break, and we'll be back in about a minute.
Pine River Family Market is your local grocery store where you can find it all and still enjoy the local hometown atmosphere. Every Wednesday, Pine River Family Market features gallons of milk at just $2
All right,
for $6.
just the one ad.
They cut all their own meat, and there's always something fresh in the bakery. A great deli, too. Stop by Pine River Family Market, where you'll always be greeted with a smile. Visit them online for curbside pickup or delivery. PineRiverFamilyMarketDelivers.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I am Colin Bosman. It is Thursday night, sitting around 7:15 p.m. We got 11 and a half minutes to go here in the first half between the Long Prairie-Grey Eagle Thunder and the Pine River-Backus Tigers. Young bringing it up the court for the Thunder. Otremba has it on the right side, passes to Weerspan. Weerspan inside to Lux. Lux loses it. It's saved by her sister. But the other Lux loses it as well, stolen by Evelyn. Evelyn floats it up to Tulinchek. Tulinchek finishes off the easy transition points for the Tigers. They lead 13-2 now. And that pass is inaccurate from Brianna Lux to Addison Young. Addison Young unable to reel it in, and that one bounces out of bounds, a turnover, and the Tigers will get it here at half court. 11 minutes to go. Evelyn bringing it up. Pass to Lewis. Lewis back to Evelyn. Ella Brewer. Now back to Lewis. Lewis passes into Ariana Burns. Back out to Ella Brewer. Brewer lets the 3 fly. No good. Rebounded by Ariana Burns. Brewer taking it down the baseline. Passes it outside to Evelyn. Evelyn lets it fly. It's going to be too deep. Rebounded by Brooklyn Lux. And stolen again by Evelyn. But Otremba gets it back on her own steal, passes it up the court to Madeline Weerspan. Weerspan up off the glass and in. So 13-4 now with about 10 minutes remaining. Here's Ariana Burns, passes out to Aaliyah Lewis. Lewis taking it inside, tries to float it up, and that doesn't take a good bounce. Rebounded by Weerspan. There's a foul here on Tulinchek, I believe. But the Tigers will maintain possession, it looks like. Big substitutions coming in. Ariana Burns and Ella Brewer will come out. Mimi Bukers and Kaylee Johnson back in. Floated up to Bukers. Bukers hands off to Tulinchek. Tulinchek to Johnson. Over to Evelyn. Evelyn lets it fly from the corner off the wrong side of the rim. Lewis rebounds it. And Tulinchek is fouled. Oh, not Tulinchek. Bukers. Mimi Bukers was fouled going up for that shot. And Bucher's first one falls. 14-4 is your new score. And off front rim, no good on the second one, rebounded by Brianna Lux. Brianna Lux able to maintain it despite very sticky defense from the Tigers, but Kaylee Johnson does eventually get the steal, passes up to Tulinchek. Tulinchek can't finish off the glass though. That ball is still in play. Aaliyah Lewis gets it. Bucher's taking it up and inside, but can't get the good bounce there. Brianna Lux with another rebound for the Thunder. Young is hit in the back by Eveland. I believe that is what the source of that whistle was. The Thunder will maintain possession. Not hit like punched, but just like Eveland ran into her from behind. Addison Young, I have to clarify that because I did cover a game like 2 weeks ago where a kid got punched. Mimi Buchers with the steal under the basket for the Tigers. The Tigers bring it up the court. A clean move by Tulinchek, but she can't finish it with points. She does get her own rebound, but then travels, unfortunately. Here's Lewis. Lewis tries to pass to Eveland. It's batted around a few times before it gets there, but it does eventually. Lewis lets fly from three, and Lewis drops that one with confidence. 17-4 is the score after about 10 minutes. And that one is in. Mimi Buchers once again putting points on the board for the Tigers, and here's a whistle, and that'll be Tigers' possession again. The girls' squad is just dominating tonight for the Tigers, especially defensively. No open passing lanes for the Thunder to take advantage of. Not one. And here's Brewer. Both teams playing very physical, I should mention as well. Aaliyah Lewis lets another one fly from the left wing. And that's back-to-back threes for Lewis. Otremba is intercepted by Johnson. Lewis lets it fly a third time. No good this time, off front rim. But rebounded and put back up by Leah Eveland. Not the usual suspect for second chance points. And now for the Thunder, here's a mid-range two made by Emily Draxton. Johnson cutting inside, putting it up. What a shot from Johnson. And some substitutions are being made here. Margaret Crimmins comes in for Buchers for the Tigers. Lewis has it alone in the corner, lets that one fly, no good. Rebounded by Emily Draxton. She just made the long-range two on the other end of the court. Here comes Lux, putting it up off the glass. What a shot from Brianna Lux. An impressive layup there. And drew the and one here, so a foul on that shot. She'll get the chance at a three-point play. And that one is no good off back rim, rebounded by Margaret Crimmins. Here's a whistle, and they'll call it travel here. But after it was stolen by the Thunder from Margaret Crimmins' hands. So Lux will inbound the ball now for the Thunder. And here's a wide open shooter on the outside. No good though, just a little too far on the shot. That's Kaylee Kuhn. And stolen immediately after the inbound by Tulenchek, and Tulenchek puts that in again. And once again, Tulenchek going for an aggressive steal right away, not even giving me the chance to mark down the points she just scored. This time, fortunately, a whistle was blown, so I didn't miss any action other than turning back to see Tulenchek on the floor with somebody. Johnson will inbound the ball for the Tigers. They floated up to Tulenchek. Tulenchek passes into Bukers. Bukers puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Tori Kleinschmidt. And now Lux is cornered. Kleinschmidt tries to help her out but can't do it. It's stolen by the Tigers, and Ella Brewer will take that down and finish strong. 30-8 is your score. 6 minutes, 16 seconds left on the clock. Here is the shot from Emily Draxton. She gets another to fall. 30-10 now is your score. 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. Margaret Crimmins fighting for the ball, somehow able to hold on to it. Ella Brewer has it now on the right side, cutting into the paint. Up off the glass, Ella Brewer on one tonight. $11 points for Brewer tonight already. Here's Johnson passing it up to Tulenchek. Tulenchek to Brewer. Brewer looking to extend that point, and does. Ella Brewer with her 13th point now on the night. Tulenchek fouled trying to intercept the pass from Kleinschmidt. And looks like that was a personal foul on Tulenchek. So Kleinschmidt will get to shoot a couple free throws. And another whistle here. The first free throw is no good, so there will be no second free throw. Evelyn brings it up the court now for the Tigers. Pass to Lewis. Lewis's pass intercepted by Young. Young trying to find somewhere to go with it and loses it out of bounds. Actually, the ball is still in play. It's brought up by Wrist. Wrist can't get the basket to fall, but does draw the foul. So Wrist will shoot two. And the first one falls for Wrist. And the second one falls as well. Too good for Wrist. Lewis and Evelyn bringing it up now as we dip under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Evelyn passes up to Burns. Burns loses it right away, but Evelyn able to recover. Evelyn has it swatted away, and now it's Kleinschmidt bringing it up the court. No, I mean Kaylee Kuhn bringing it up the court. Kuhn loses that out of bounds, and the Tigers will take back over. Lewis will inbound it here for Evelyn. And Brewer will launch this thing from range. No good. Rebounded by Wrist. Young inbounds this to Wrist. Wrist looking for somewhere to go with it. Passes it up the middle here to Draxton. Draxton loses it. Stolen by Lewis. Lewis bringing it up the court here. Passes to Brewer. Brewer back to Lewis. Lewis stands and fires. Lewis with her third three of the game. 3 for 5 tonight. Young now bringing it up the court for the Thunder. 37-12 is your score. 4 minutes left here in the first half. Wrist taking this inside. Pass back to Draxton. Draxton sets up the short jumper, and that will fall. Decent mid-range game from Emily Draxton here tonight. 37-14 is your score. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in the half. Lewis firing again. 4 for 6. Lewis with the afterburners on. And this one's stolen by Brewer at midcourt. Brewer trying to cut through the defense. They're going to say that was a charge. No, not a charge. Ella Brewer will shoot some free throws. And no good on the first one. It would appear Ella Brewer made the shot, so only one free throw. I was discombobulated there. Oh, and they took Brewer off the court, so now I can't even fact check her point total against mine. Anyways, Wrist loses this out of bounds for the Thunder, so the Tigers will get the ball back here. Evelyn bringing it up the court now for the Tigers. Johnson has it into Burns. Burns back out to Lewis. Lewis fires again. This one's got a little too deep from three. No good. Rebounded by Kuhn. Kuhn has it slapped away by Tulinchak. Lewis with the steal. Pass to Evelyn. Evelyn cutting inside. Pass to Tulinchak. Tulinchak finishes the job there for the Tigers. Fast-paced defense and offense. The Tigers are refusing to let up. Rebound here by Kuhn again. And a missed shot coming from Young on the left corner. 2.5 minutes to go. Johnson inbounds the ball here for Evelyn. It is 44-14 here in Pine River. The home team Tigers are rolling in playoff game number 1 this season. Ariana Burns is fouled on the shot, so she will shoot 2 free throws here. And the first one falls. Margaret Crimmins just came in for Tulinchak. Second free throw is no good. Rebounded by Kleinschmidt. Down at the other end, Wrist is fouled. And will shoot 2. Johnson with the rebound off the missed free throw. And that shot is up and good for Leah Eveland. Kleinschmidt passes into Lux. Lux can't get the basket to fall. Lewis rebounds. Kaylee Johnson passes into Crimmins. Crimmins puts it up and in. There's 2 more for the Tigers with 1.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Kaylee Kuhn has it, passes across to Wrist. Wrist lets it fly from 3, and that one falls for Leah Wrist. 49-16, 1:15 left to go here. 75 seconds. Here's Lewis. Pass out to Ariana Burns. Ariana Burns sets up from the corner. No good. Rebounded by Kleinschmidt. Kleinschmidt bringing it up the court here. and it's tipped. Kleinschmidt gets it back and passes to Young. Young to Wrist. Wrist lets it fly from 3, going to be a little bit to the right. Rebounded by Lewis. Lewis has 3 boards on the night now. 45 seconds on the clock. Pass left to Evelyn. Evelyn pass across to Johnson. Johnson into Crimmins. And Johnson now with an open 3. No good, but rebounded by Crimmins. Crimmins loses it, gets it back. Passes to Burns. Burns back out to Johnson. Johnson lets it fly again, and that time it falls. $20 seconds. Last possession here. Well, now second to last possession. Pass was to Addison Young, but it was tipped out of bounds. The Tigers will take over possession now. No, the Thunder will maintain possession now. And Kleinschmidt inbounds to Young. Young over to Wrist. That one's out of bounds. That will be a turnover. And the inbound is to Young. Young out to Wrist. Wrist fires from 3. That one's good. 7 seconds on the clock. Johnson passes to Lewis. Lewis lets it fly. Short. No good. That is going to go out of bounds with about 0.6 seconds on the clock. And this one's launched from about 2/3 court, but nowhere near the basket. So that'll do it on the first half. 52-19 is your score. The Tigers lead. We will cut to break, and we'll be back right after this with the halftime show.
Communities prosper and grow when you bake.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Shrub Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrub Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrub Excavating will have your project done right and on time. Serving Pine River-Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrub Excavating LLC. Online at shrubexcavating.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Oh, welcome back, everybody. It is halftime here for the Pine River-Backus Tigers and the Long Prairie-Grey Eagles' first playoff game this season. The score is currently 52-19. The Tigers lead. It was a very dominant first half from the Tigers, and especially Ella Brewer, number 13, who put up quite a few points for the Tigers. She has 15 so far tonight, looking to match her classmate from Tuesday, who scored 33, I believe. So Ella Brewer has 15 at halftime. Overall, the Tigers are having quite a dominant scoring half, and defensively, they've just been swarming the Thunder here tonight. Leaving very few opportunities for open passes or shots. And everything's just been falling Tigers' way tonight. The three-pointers, which are usually much more of a like 80-20, have been more 50-50 tonight. Aaliyah Lewis, 4 for 7 from 3. Ella Brewer, I believe, is 2 for 5 from 3. Everybody, Kaylee Johnson even has a 3. I don't think I've seen her make a 3 all season. But she's got one here tonight. And just the ball's been bouncing the Tigers' way here in this first home playoff game for them. Excited to see what else happens here tonight, although it does look, at least with the early warning signs, it looks like the home team Tigers are going to cruise to a fairly easy win here tonight. Of course, the Thunder still have 18 solid minutes of play left, and if a team can get outscored by 33 in the first half, then they could probably outscore somebody by 33 in the second, right? At least mathematically, if it's possible for one team, it's got to be possible for the other. Of course, statistically, that's pretty unlikely, but, we can hope for a good game here tonight. Gonna get our point breakdown now. Leah Eveland has 4 points. Kaylee Johnson has 5 points. Ella Brewer has 15 points. Sawyer Tulinchek has 8 points. Mimi Bukers has 5 points. Margaret Crimmins has 2 points. Aaliyah Lewis has 12 points. Ariana Burns has 1 point. For the Long Prairie-Grey Eagle Thunder, Addison Young has no points. Isabella Otremba, no points. Brianna Lux has 2. Brooklyn Lux has 2. Madeline Weerspan has 2. Emily Draxton has 6. Give me a sec. And Leah Rist has 8 at halftime for the Thunder. That's your stat breakdown. The girls are coming out to warm up once again, so we're going to cut to one more commercial break, and then we'll come back when the second half kicks off here in just a couple minutes right after this.
Bliss Salon and Boutique in Pequot Lakes is your top spot.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Shrub Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrub Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrub Excavating will have your project done right and on time. Serving Pine River-Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrub Excavating LLC. Online at shrubexcavating.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
All right, welcome back, everybody. My name is Cullen Bosman once again, and we are here to kick off the second half between the Thunder and the Tigers here in Pine River. Score is currently 52-19, and here we go. Otremba has it. The three goes up from Weerspan, but no good. Tulinchek into Buchers. Buchers down the baseline, backwards off the glass for Buchers. And she gets the scoring started early for the Tigers here in the second half. Here comes Otremba down the court. Stolen by Buchers again. Buchers down the court to Tulinchek, and that is good. Tulinchek right under the basket there for that one. Buchers already making insane plays here in the second half. A good shot there by Weerspan coming down the right wing and laying that one up and in for the first 2 points for the Thunder here in the second half. And Otremba pass left to Brianna Lux. Lux back to Otremba. Now Young has it. Back to Lux on the left side. Lux trying to pass it into her sister. Couldn't find it. Otremba gets it. Puts the shot up. Rebounded by Brooklyn Lux. And Lux puts that one in for two more for the Thunder. It's 56-23 right now, 16 and a half minutes on the clock. Buchers, same move down the baseline. And Buchers drops that one. Brianna Lux fighting for the ball, does manage to keep hold of it. But the whistle is blown, so they'll have to start the play over here. Leah Evelyn inbounding the ball to Johnson. I guess the Tigers did, in fact, win that. And Evelyn puts it up from the right wing. No good. Brianna Lux gets the rebound. And Tulinchek with the steal, and Tulinchek puts it in. 2 more for Tulinchek. Otremba down the court to Lux. Lux to the right for Wearspan. Wearspan, foot on the line. Passes left to Brooklyn Lux. Lux putting it up off the front rim. No good. Rebounded Bukers. Bukers cuts left. Dumps off to Tulinchek. Tulinchek cuts left as well, but the ball swatted away. Otremba steals it. Otremba trying to get it down the court. Finds Wearspan. Wearspan tries to hit Lux in motion, but can't hit her. Overshoots. And that one will carry out of bounds. So Kaylee Johnson and Leah Evelyn will bring it down the court. Brewer to Johnson. Tulinchek has it at the top of the key. Here's Bukers underneath. Passes out to Johnson. Johnson to Brewer. Brewer looking for a way. Bukers with the long range 2. No good. Rebounded by Johnson. And this one's Evelyn coming down the baseline. No good. Offensive rebound by Tulinchek. Tulinchek can't make the shot, but is fouled. So 2 coming for Tulinchek. First one no good for Tulinchek. Here comes that second free throw. No good. Bounce right, rebounded by Brooklyn Lux. That's her 5th of the game. Brianna Lux barely gets the ball out of there, pinned down by 2 Tigers. Otremba trying to get rid of it, and that's going to be an 8-second violation. They don't get it across the midcourt line in time. Turnover here, and the Tigers will get the ball back. Tulinchek comes out. Evelyn passes to Johnson. Johnson over to Brewer in the left corner. She pulls that. No good, though. Rebounded by Brianna Lux. That's her 5th rebound. Both Luxes getting work on the boards. Here's Wearspan on the right side, cutting down the baseline. Outside to Lux. Lux can't haul it in, though. And that'll go out of bounds and another turnover for the Thunder. Tulinchek inbounds to Evelyn. Tulinchek again. Here's Evelyn at the key, cutting right. Passes into Bukers. Bukers puts it up, and it goes around and around and around and down for Bukers. And a timeout is called here, so we'll cut to a quick break, and we'll come back in just a minute.
Economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community. Making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
And we are back. Leah Evelyn's getting ready to inbound the ball here for the Tigers. And here's Tulinchek. Tulinchek trying to spin it through to Bukers, but it's intercepted by Draxton. Here comes Young trying to make a move on Brewer. Needs to pass out. Gets it out to Brianna Lux. Lux out to Otremba. Otremba floats it up to Draxton. Draxton up off the glass. No good. Rebound Lewis. Lewis bringing it up the court now for the Tigers. Passes left to Eveland. Eveland had an open shot. Didn't take it. Travel on Eveland. That'll be a turnover, and the Thunder will bring it back. Tremba, pass left to Young. Young to Lux. Lux trying to take it down the baseline, runs into Lewis, and that one will go out of bounds. The Thunder will maintain possession. Inbound goes to Weerspan. Weerspan tries to put it up. Gets her own rebound off the miss. Otremba tries to put it up. Cannot get that to fall. Rebound Eveland. Lewis has an open three. Lets it fly off left rim. No good. Rebound Draxton. Otremba bringing it up the court. Pass right to Weerspan. Weerspan working against Eveland. Passes up to Lux. That's Brianna Lux. Pass to Draxton. Draxton loses it. Stolen by Eveland. Eveland bringing it up the court now. Passes up to Tulinchek. Tulinchek fouled as she takes the shot. Shot's no good, but Tulinchek will take two. Here's Tulinchek. Tulinchek's first free throw is good. As Burns and Johnson come in for Bukers and Tulinchek. And the second one falls as well. I guess not actually for Tulinchek. Somehow I forgot that Tulinchek was the one shooting free throws. So she is still out there. Young has it, passes into Draxton. Draxton against Burns, but there's a travel called on Draxton. Another turnover for this Thunder squad, and the Tigers will take possession. Johnson and Lewis bringing it up in tandem. Burns trying to back down the defense. Gets that out to Tulinchek. Tulinchek floating it up, no good. Rebounded by Weerspan. Stolen by Brewer. Brewer trying to get it in, no good, but the foul is called, and Brewer will get to shoot two here. 12 minutes to go here in the second half. And the first one falls for Brewer. And the second one falls as well. Brianna Lux will inbound the ball for the Thunder. And this one is recovered by wrist, but it's loose ball, and Mimi Bukers comes up with it. Bukers taking long strides down the right side, cuts through the defense, and man, that would have been so cool if it went in, but it was unfortunately a miss. Mimi Bukers unable to finish there, despite a very cool looking effort. Brianna Lux passes out to Weerspan. Weerspan lets fly from three, no good, off the backboard, rebounded by Burns. And at the other end, Bukers finally gets it. The two she was looking for last time. Young passes to Weerspan. Weerspan across the Lux, but it's tipped up by Johnson, and Weerspan has to get it herself. Can't finish at the rim. Rebound by Draxton. Draxton can't finish either, and the Tigers take possession here. Lewis letting the three fly. There's another one for Aaliyah Lewis. I believe she's 6 for 10 now. Stolen by Johnson. Johnson with a good move on wrist. Tries to pass that up to Evelyn, but it's tipped in the air. Sorry. The Tigers will maintain possession. And Evelyn has it in the corner, open, but no good. The ball dies on the rim and just rolls off the wrong side. That one will go out of bounds off of a Tiger. A full new lineup coming in for the Thunder. Otremba, Kaylee Kuhn, Tori Kleinschmidt, Naomi Keano, and one more. I kind of lost it there. Tulinchek steals the ball. Pass to Bukers. Bukers looking for somewhere to go with it. Gets it to Evelyn. Evelyn over to Johnson. Johnson up inside the paint to Tulinchek. Tulinchek bounces it back out to Evelyn. Brewer has it now, trying to look for a lane. Can't find one. Passes to Johnson. Johnson cutting through. Loses the ball. That's stolen by Keano. Here's Otremba. Otremba passes right here. That's Kleinschmidt. Otremba reels that one in. Passes into Lux. Lux out to Quijano. Quijano back into Lux. Lux loses it. Stolen by Johnson. Johnson flips it over to Tulinchek. Tulinchek has it in the left corner. Passes to Bukers on the wing. Bukers looking for a lane. Gives it out to Johnson outside the arc. No good on the three from Kaylee Johnson. Rebounded by Kuhn. But Kuhn will lose that out of bounds. Did not see if that was off of a Tiger or a Thunder, though. They will say it's off a Tiger. So Tremble will inbound the ball here for the Thunder. And Otremba has it in the right corner. Loses it, but able to get it back. Passes up to Lux. Lux has it swatted away by Crimmins, but a foul is called, and Brooklyn Lux will shoot two. 9.5 minutes left to go here in the second half. Score is 71-23. First one falls for Brooklyn Lux. And the second one falls for Lux as well. Johnson and Brewer bringing it up the court now for the Tigers. Passed up to Brewer. Brewer out to Crimmins. Crimmins to Lewis. Back to Brewer. Now on the left corner, it's Tulinchek. She tries to get it inside to Crimmins. Can't. It's stolen by Kleinschmidt here. Kuhn bringing it up the court. Passes right. Intercepted by Kaylee Johnson. She passes up to Brewer. Brewer across to Tulinchek. Tulinchek off the glass. And there's another one for Tulinchek. Bench going crazy for Sawyer here. And Kleinschmidt has it at the top of the key. Passes back to Kuhn. Kuhn inside to Lux. Back out to Quijano. Quijano can't get the three to fall. Lewis gets the rebound. 5 rebounds now for Lewis. Brewer has it outside the arc. Passes left to Kaylee Johnson. Johnson's wide open. Lets it fly from range. No good, though. Offensive rebound, Tulinchek. And here it comes from Lewis off the front of the rim. Just short. Rebounded by Kleinschmidt. Here's Otremba. Passed into Quijano in the corner. Passed up to Lux, but Lux can't bring it in. It's stolen by Lewis. Lewis driving down the court. Finds Brewer on the right side, but it's a bad pass. And Brewer has to chase it out of bounds. Turnover there for the Tigers. We dip under 8 minutes to go. Otremba will inbound the ball here for the Thunder to Kuhn. And Otrumba taking it down to the left wing, passes up to Lux. Lux kind of fumbles it, but gets it back. Kleinschmidt passed into Lux. 19 on the shot clock. It's going out of bounds. This one will be out of bounds off of Ariana Burns. Ariana Burns kind of gets up with a little bit of a hobble in her step, but she seems okay walking it off. Lewis inbounds the ball here to Johnson. Johnson bringing it up the court. Pass to Lewis. Burns has it now at the top of the key. Lewis again, working against Otremba. Back to Burns, who gives it to Johnson. And back to Burns and back to Lewis. They're playing a little bit of a back and forth here. Finally gets inside to Holm. Holm puts it up off the glass, and there's two for Paige Holm. Quijano passes this up to Lux. No good. Rebounded by Kleinschmidt. Kleinschmidt can't get the second chance points, but is fouled, so has another opportunity to do just that. Shoot 2 free throws here. Running clock situation. It is 75-25 here in Pine River. And the first free throw falls for Kleinschmidt. And the second one's no good, rebounded by Margaret Crimmins. Lewis hands off to Burns here. Burns taking it down the right side. A player falls over, pass back to Lewis. Lewis lets it fly! Another 3 for Aaliyah Lewis. She's got 6 tonight. And this one's blocked by Margaret Crimmins. Otremba gets the steal after the block. And Quijano puts this one up, trying to get it off the glass. No good. It is rebounded by Kuhn, though. Kuhn gets it back to Quijano. Quijano to Otremba. Otremba lets it fly from 3. And there's Otremba's first points of the day. A long three-pointer there. 78-29 is the score. We dip under 5 minutes to go. A full new rotation of girls out on the court for the Tigers. I believe that's Marin Lindquist, Margaret Crimmins, Paige Holm, Ariana Burns, and Aaliyah Lewis. Marin Lindquist. I think that's what I said. And here comes the offense for the Thunder. Otremba passing it left here to Kleinschmidt. Kleinschmidt lets the 3 go, but it's no good. Fighting over the rebound is Kuhn and Margaret Crimmins. Kuhn wins the battle, though. Some subs coming in for the Thunder. Eliana Young and Morgan Basel. Otremba puts up another 3 from the corner. No good. Rebounded by Lewis on her way for a double-double here tonight. Lewis goes right to Marin Lindquist. Passes into Holm. Back out to Lewis. Lewis lets it fly. And there's another one for Aaliyah Lewis. She had 4 in the first half. She's got 3 in the second half. 7 total threes tonight for Aaliyah Lewis. And a shooting foul here on Lux. No, I think they'll call that a travel before the shot. So a turnover here, and the Tigers get the ball back. Lewis comes out eventually. Finally, after 7 threes for Aaliyah Lewis, she will probably be done for the game here tonight. Evelyn Peterson comes in for her. And here's a 3 from Paige Holm. Paige Holm from range in the corner. Otremba bringing it up for the Thunder. Passes left to Lux. Lux across here to Quijano. Quijano kind of loses it but gets it back. Pass out to Otremba. Otremba into Lux. Lux trying to get it off the glass and does. That is Brooklyn Lux. Here comes Myron Lindquist. Pass left to Burns. Over to Home. Home has it under the basket, gets it out to Evelyn Peterson. Peterson puts it up. It's going to be too short, rebounded by Brooklyn Lux. And that one is up. No good for Lux from range. Rebounded by Home. Evelyn Peterson trying to maintain presence of the ball. Passes over to Ariana Burns. Burns looking for somewhere to go with it. Finds Home in the painted area. Back out to Marin Lindquist, and Evelyn Peterson launches from range. The threes are just falling tonight for the Tigers. Lux has it inside for the Thunder, puts it up, takes a bad bounce inside the rim though, and comes back out. Rebounded by Margaret Crimmins. Evelyn Peterson can't get that one to fall. It's going to go out of bounds. 1:39 seconds left to go, and a running clock situation here as the substitutions take place on the court. We're going to get all the seniors out here that they can, which I believe this Long Prairie-Grey Eagle roster only has 3 seniors. Naomi Quijano, Isabel Otremba, and Brooklyn Lux, who are all out on the court right now. A minute to go. Paige Home checks out of the game. Evelyn Peterson checks out of the game. And now it is going to be the closing unit here with 50 seconds to go. Otremba passes into Quijona. Quijona trying to get a basket to fall. Can't find it there. There's Lux with the rebound. Brooklyn Lux. And Stephanie Luna was unable to make that shot count. So a turnover, and the Tigers will bring it up the court. No shot clock. Game clock down to 24 seconds. And a stumble here in the painted area. Ava Burns trying to make a move to the inside at the end of that play and stumbled and just really ate it. But she got right back up and laughed it off. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Burns has it blocked, and that'll go out of bounds as the timer expires here on tonight's game. A huge win for the home team, the Pine River-Backus Tigers. They will come out of here 88-31. A dominant performance in their first game of the playoffs. Looking forward to see what they will be able to accomplish in these future games coming up. We're going to cut to a break. I'm going to organize my thoughts, and we'll be right back here with the post-game show after this.
Plumbing, etc. in Pine River congratulates the area teams on a sensational season. Plumbing, etc. is not just plumbing. They are happy to help service your heating and AC system as well. Plumbing, etc. in Pine River. Plumbing and heating services throughout the lakes area.
Restock on food, fuel, and bait at locally owned Station 371 and Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 is stocked with bait, tackle, and snacks for your fishing excursions. Quality Cinex gasoline and off-road diesel. Their inside and outside car washes are...
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Shrub Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrub Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrub Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River-Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrub Excavating LLC. Online at shrubexcavating.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites?
Okay. Welcome back in, folks. It is Thursday night here as the Pine River-Backus Tigers girls basketball team just finished off their first playoff game of this postseason with a dominant 88-31 win over the Long Prairie-Grey Eagle Thunder. So the Tigers will advance to the next round. Oh, dealing with some lower back discomfort right now, but I'll get over it. So the Tigers will advance to the next round. I don't currently know who they will be playing. I don't know if I have the results there. Let me see if I can find them. Nope, I don't yet have results for that, so not sure who the Tigers will be playing next round. However, it was a great game tonight, so whoever they play next round should definitely be watching film and should be very cautious because this team is playing hot at the right time, especially thanks to a few key contributions from some of the usual suspects, I'll call them. But our awards we'll go out and give here in just a moment. I'm going to give a stat breakdown for all the players, and then we'll get to the awards in just a moment. For the road team, the Long Prairie-Grey Eagle Thunder, head coached by Jonathan Young. Isabella Tremba had 3 points and a rebound. Brianna Lux had 2 points and 5 rebounds. Brooklyn Lux had 8 points and 7 rebounds. Madeline Weerspan had 4 points, 2 rebounds. Emily Draxton, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Leah Rist, 8 points, 1 rebound. Kaylee Kuhn, 3 rebounds. Tori Kleinschmidt, 1 point, 4 rebounds. That's your stat totals for the Long Prairie-Grey Eagle Thunder. And for the Pine River-Backus Tigers, Leah Evelyn, 4 points, 2 rebounds. Kaylee Johnson, 5 points, 4 rebounds. Ella Brewer, 17 points, 1 rebound. Sawyer Tulinchek, 16 points, 3 rebounds. Mimi Bukers, 13 points, 2 rebounds. Margaret Crimmins, 2 points, 4 rebounds, 1 block. Aaliyah Lewis had 21 points, led the game, and that was on 7 3-point shots. I believe she shot 7 for 11 tonight, maybe 7 for 12. But I'm pretty sure 7 for 11 from 3. A great game shooting from Aaliyah Lewis, and that will be reflected in the awards. But Aaliyah Lewis, 21 points, 6 rebounds. Ariana Burns, 1 point, 2 rebounds. Paige Holm, 5 points, 1 rebound. And Evelyn Peterson had 3 points as well there at the end of the game. It was a entertaining game to watch despite the lopsided score. Plenty of antics on the court to keep us busy here visually. And it was quite the game. But we're going to get into our awards now for the Pine River-Backus Tigers, our winning team. Our big deal of the game is going to be Aaliyah Lewis, who had those 21 points on 7 threes and 6 rebounds, leading the game in points and second in rebounds. Quite the game from Aaliyah Lewis. So she will be our big deal player of the game. We'll go Ella Brewer is going to be our Enbridge Energy player of the game. In the first half, her dominant offensive abilities really kind of sealed this game early for the Tigers. And I think her being able to score almost at will there towards the end of the first half contributed more so to the lopsided manner of this game than anything else did. I think she was demoralizing in the first half. So many plays where she made the play on the defensive end, made somebody miss, got open on the offensive end, and then finished the play off offensively as well. Pretty much was just a one-man show for like 3 consecutive minutes at one point. So Tulenchek will be our Enbridge Energy player of the game. And then our Pine River-Backus star of the game will be Kaylee Johnson. Kaylee Johnson was an absolute nightmare defensively for the Thunder tonight. I swear, she probably caught as many passes from the Thunder as the Thunder did, it felt like. Every time a Thunder player turned around to pass the ball, Kaylee Johnson was right there to take it away from him. Almost looked like there was 6 Thunder players on the court the way they kept throwing the ball to Kaylee Johnson. It was quite a interesting game, but a strong performance from Kaylee Johnson on the defensive end, despite only 5 points offensively, is going to lock her up the Star of the Game award. And while I'm here thinking about something to say next, I got to mention these at least once per broadcast, so big shout out to Laco Heating and Air in Pine River, Plumbing, etc., and Barnum's in Pine River. They make this stuff possible for us. And then sponsors for the Big Deal t-shirt, we got Atwater, Chevrolet GMC, Riverwood Healthcare, Pizza Ranch in Baxter and Little Falls, W.W. Thompson Concrete Products, Von Hansen's Meat Market, Wide's Major Appliances, Dondelinger Automotive, BigDealAuctions.com, Cuyuna Regional Medical Center, Tykes Carpet Castle, Shannon's Auto Body, and Little Genquist Sewer and Excavating in Aiken. Now here's our sponsorship for the Enbridge.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
There's that. And the Star of the Game award awarded to Kaylee Johnson here is sponsored by Hugo's Family Marketplace in Pine River, where you can find it all and still enjoy that local hometown atmosphere. Every Wednesday, gallons of milk are just $2 for $6. Visit them online for curbside pickup or delivery in Pine River, familymarket.com. So, once again, it was the first playoff game of the season for the Tigers here, and they came out with a win, 88-31, solidifying that they do, in fact, have their mojo back here tonight at home against the Long Prairie-Grey Eagle Thunder. It was a great game tonight. I'm going to go dish out some awards, and then I am not feeling too good, so I'm actually going to hurry home probably and try and not be around too many people. But that is up to me. Nothing you guys need to worry about. So, everyone have a great night. I will hopefully be covering games on Monday and Tuesday next week, but we will see about that. Ideally, I would love to see another Pine River-Backus game just because, once again, live right in town, right near here. Love watching them play. and I'm familiar with both teams. But if that doesn't happen and this is my last Pine River-Backus game, then please, everybody, keep enjoying Tiger sports. Keep listening on the radio and on yourliveevent.com. I know, even if the voice is not me, that someone will be here to provide an entertaining and educational recounting of the game. Now, with all that being said, my name's Cullen Bosman. I'm going to sign off here on behalf of RJ Broadcasting and yourliveevent.com. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and enjoy this playoff win Thursday.
This has been a local sports presentation on R&J Broadcasting. Thank you for joining us. And again, thanks to all of our great sponsors for helping to bring you tonight's action. You can check out our upcoming broadcast schedule at rjbroadcasting.com. We now return you to regular scheduled programming.
There's nothing like the hot eats and cool treats at your neighborhood Dairy Queen in Pequot Lakes and Pine River. Stop in to fuel up before the game or satisfy a sweet craving. Dairy Queen in Pine River and Pequot Lakes, wishing our area teams all the best.
Communities prosper and grow when you